Hello and welcome to another one of my speed paints. Just like the other one, I'm not actually sure what I'm going to talk about because when it comes to speed paints, it's very straightforward. I'm literally just drawing something and coloring it and then uploading it. This is relatively new to me, so just forgive me if I sound like air supply or something like that. But yeah, was just wondering what everybody's holiday plans are. I know, Christmas. I personally am not actually that big of a fan of Christmas because before Christmas even happens, it's about a 3-month period before it even begins. Or even back in like July or something, you'd see adverts for Christmas saying like book your table for Christmas and all those things, and usually that makes me a little bit angry because I want to enjoy my summer holidays because summer is actually my favorite holiday. And next to it would be Halloween. I really love all things spooky, so I was shocked that I would even consider doing a Christmas picture, but due to the yearly summary things last year, when I did a yearly summary of my art, I noticed there was a surprisingly big gap. I had to scrape the bottom of the pot just to get some pictures into the frames. So this year, it was kind of like a challenge to make sure that I drew enough that I could actually fit all those squares without, struggling too much. And it's been doing quite well. And I just thought, well, December, I need something to add to it. And there we are, we're here now. Basically, another reason why I don't really enjoy Christmas very much is because my birthday is at the end of November. And it's the very last 3 days before, December kicks in. And it's a little bit depressing sometimes to see, Christmas being mentioned and all that stuff. And not to mention, I think people go into this massive, crazy kind of, I don't know, it's like crazy Christmas craze. I've never seen it compared to any other seasons. Because when I used to work in retail, I would work in a massive shop with a million things. Like, it's not Walmart, but it's still a million things. People come in asking for the stupidest things. And sometimes we have those stupid things and you think, why do we have this? We're supposed to be a stationery shop. And during Christmas, it was just mad. People were just angry, they were rude, they were mean. Not anything like Christmas is. And I had a lady yell at me over some watercolor pencils. She told me off for the price. It was ridiculous. I mean, honestly, I don't make the prices, lady. Whatever. But it's just this crazy obligation. And one time a lady that came into our college salon said she hated it because everyone pretends to be jolly and all that jazz. And I couldn't help but agree more. People just pretend to be so jolly. I mean, I love the idea of Christmas, the idea of seeing your family and all that, shebang, having family meals, because I'm quite excited to see my mom and dad. They live abroad. I'm living currently away, like really far away. And yeah. And besides, for me, because I'm Chinese, I honestly prefer Chinese New Year. You get money. You don't just get presents. And I also feel bad for the people that have their birthday near Christmas because they get a joint gift. I think it's a little bit unfair, like, oh, your birthday is near Christmas, so here's Christmas and birthday. Why don't you just give them some money or pick up 2 things they may like? Be fair to them. But yeah, I'm going to not turn this into a rant of why I hate Christmas. Because I don't think you want to be sat here watching me draw line art and hear me like moan about Christmas. But anyway, so the character I'm drawing today, as some of you may have noticed if you follow my Facebook page a lot, I draw him too many times. I've been drawing him since 2010, give it or take it. 2011, I don't remember. It's been too many years. He's from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and that's one of my favorite shows on Earth. I don't even know why, because sometimes I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? This is so shit, what is going on? But, you know, it's not some, it's got its kind of magical flair to it, and it's my favorite one out of the whole lot of series, and I watched them all. Apart from Reigns, because how Art 5 ended made me kind of just catapult out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fandom for a bit. And also, not to mention, during, I think 2 years ago, in November, I started watching a series called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and that's basically kind of ruled my life for a bit. I got eaten up by the fandom, never to come out again. Luckily, I managed to crawl out, and here we are. I'm back to drawing my Yu-Gi-Oh! Art. Oh, I don't think I'll ever stop, honestly. I guess I'll just talk about why I like this show so much. I mean, it's basically my life. Most people know me for it. I even cosplay from it. I've cosplayed it for too many years. I don't even remember. Like, that cosplay is so old to me. And I don't cosplay Judai, like, properly. Because, I mean, you can hear my voice. I'm a girl. And, well, I hate to say this. I have big boobs, so binding is a pain. It's like, you know, girls, I'm sure you understand. When you're too lazy to get something off from the floor, like via moving out of your seat, you bend over the sofa and you squish your boobs and it hurts. That's probably what it feels like, but 10 times worse. It's like when you wear a really tight sports bra. I just don't really like that idea of binding. So I cosplayed the gender bent version, and I've been kind of roaming around certain like cons over and over in that cosplay. Yeah, this series is probably like, it's my top series, honestly. Next to, I think, Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is one of the ones that kind of has a very nice shine to it for me. I need to rewatch it sometime. But basically, why I love GX is because it's a fun series. It's a little bit crazy. Season 1 is mad. Season 2 is probably my least favorite because of all the destiny, you know, bull. Oh god. Like, I used to joke to people, take a shot every time they say destiny, you'll be on the floor if you did it with real alcohol. Luckily, I've never tried it, but sometimes I really feel like it. Season 3 is probably my favorite season because, to put it bluntly, shit hits the fan. It really does. Like, everything falls apart and it's great, all this despair. And, well, great for me. Other people find it, you know, other people cry. I don't cry at Yu-Gi-Oh! Usually. Apart from, like, 5Ds, a little bit of 5Ds, I did cry. But generally, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't quite push me that hard. In, like, especially after going back to it after, like, watching JoJo or something. I always like to joke that JoJo stole all my feelings, or most of them. But sometimes I still get feelings like, for example, Gintama. That's a really good series. Everyone should watch it. And yeah. But season 3 is mad. It's unexpected. But I also really like it because it shows, well, the main character's flaws. I mean, everyone in the series is flawed, but unfortunately with Yu-Gi-Oh! One thing I really hate, it's always just about the protagonist. Especially in GX, everyone just looked to him as an idol or some sort. But next to season 3, season 4 is one of my really big favorites. he is very different because he starts out as a happy-go-lucky boy, and then suddenly he just changes, and people are like, oh my god, what happened? But I really like his Season 4 self. A lot of people don't like it, but I just like how he can be so rude so easily, and that's one thing I struggle with in life. I'm really bad at saying no in real life, and I wish I had some of that. I mean, like, I don't know, sometimes I guess it's uncalled for, but at the same time I can understand where he comes from. And he deals with, like, things that I can easily relate to, like, say, depression and all those things. So, yeah, that's the reason why I love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and it's mainly the main character. I'm a really big fan of his Japanese voice actors, like, well, the original voice actors' voice, all of his work. In fact, Judai was his first role ever in anime, and I found it really impressive for a newbie. He started out as a singer before he became a voice actor, and unfortunately now he mainly does otome games, which is like dating games. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan of cheese. Cheese just doesn't make its way into like my heart. You have to do something more. Like my anime types are questionable. I won't discuss them here because I'll go into great detail. But one of the characters in GX is basically my absolute love of my life. He is basically the one. And I guess that's why dating is so hard for me. Nah, I just like to be single. I don't really enjoy dating, especially after my previous incident. But yeah, that's, I guess, a set of reasons why I really enjoy GX compared to the others. I mean, others have other kind of arguments and yada yada. Everyone prefers DM. And people have their biases. GX is my bias. And I prefer subbed over dub any day. I cannot listen to dub. Like, I'm sorry all of you dub fans out there, but I'd rather take my eardrum out with like a rusty blunt knife than listen to like 4Kids dub. I just do not like dub for Yu-Gi-Oh! The only like dubs I like in inverted commas are like I guess like for Castlevania, but that's not really a dub because it's English is its original language. I like things in its original language. So I wouldn't watch something like, say, Harry Potter in Cantonese, and believe me, I have when I was younger. It's really weird, honestly. And I guess many people don't really get it. I personally don't understand why they don't get it, because it's very simple. The actions are way too Japanese to be like, you know, how Americans or the English act. It's very strange. It sometimes suits it in Cantonese, but I'm not really a big fan of Kanto dubs that much either because there are things missing. There are some things that, like, in Japanese that make more sense because they animated it to Japanese. But yeah, I think I'll end it there with my long-ass rant on, like, Japanese versus English. But, if you guys, I guess, enjoy these kind of like chats, just let me know. But that's all I have to say for this one, and I guess you can enjoy the rest of the coloring because I basically talked through this entire thing for like 14 minutes. I can't believe this. This is what happens when you get me started on GX, or like Christmas apparently. But yeah, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and may 2019 treat you better than 2018, because we all know that the world is falling apart. So, thanks so much for listening in to my very annoying voice. And bye!
初めての